I think like 2 videos ago, I was out here talking about how this secondary was going to be a major, major issue for us. But I mean, there's a lot of people out there that seem to believe this is going to be a top 10 defense. Somehow, some way. They say it's going to be a top 10 defense. How? How? What are you seeing in that secondary that makes you believe this is somehow going to be a top 10 defense? Man, you could put Reggie White on that line. You could put freaking Aaron Donald on that line. You could put Warren Sapp on that line. You could put Bruce Smith on that line. You could put LT on that line. You could put freaking some of the greatest pass rushers of all time on that defensive line. They still couldn't get to the quarterback fast enough to make this secondary look halfway decent. Aaron Robinson is our second corner. He got lit up by a rookie in Tyquan Thornton, and I don't want to hear it's the preseason. I don't want to hear he's going to get it together. You can look at Aaron Robinson and see that he cannot hang with the talent in the NFL. He got burned up by them 2 wide receivers. Tyquan Thornton burned him. He got lucky he didn't catch that 1 ball. And then McKenzie came right back on the same damn route, ate him up on that play. Like I said in my second to last video, these quarterbacks and these offensive coordinators, they're way too smart in this league. Even a guy like Brian Hoyer is too smart in this league, and he can figure out who the weak link is in that secondary. He found out real quick. After he made that first throw and he saw Aaron Robinson got burned, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going right back at that guy. That's the bitch in the secondary. It's like that scene from Waterboy when the kicker's getting ready to kick the onside kick and he's looking across the field and he's like, and he points out the one guy and he's like, oh yeah, there's my bitch. That's what Brian Hoyer did when he looked at Aaron Robinson after the first throw. He said, oh yeah, I'm going right back after that chump right there. And what did he do? He lit him up. The secondary's going to be a mess, man. I don't know how you people seem to think this is going to be a top 10 defense just because Wink Martindale's going to be bringing pressure left and right. Like, dude, these offensive coordinators are going to put these top flight wide receivers in position to go up against these guys that we have in the secondary that aren't necessarily the best players in the world. And those wide receivers are going to win every single damn time because they're just better players. The only guy in the secondary that I really have faith in is Xavier McKinney, and I have a little bit of faith in Adoree Jackson. The rest of them, they're just players. They're nothing special because this team isn't loaded with talent by any means. They're still a long way away from being a contender.